Brad Williams, XL Prime. We're going to look at network days function. What's this all about? Similar to the Workday and Workday International, but what's the benefit of this? We can count. We can grab information between dates. For example, here in D5, we have work hours. So we have a project start date and a project end date. The deal here, right off the bat, you can see that network days takes into consideration the actual project start date. Notice we're going to look at the layout here is we're going to have holidays, and we're going to look at no holidays, hours, and holidays. And we're going to look at some other combinations, and we're just looking at B minus A to get full hours, taking into consideration weekends and holidays. The network days function in Excel is a built-in function that calculates the number of work days between two dates, excluding weekends and holidays. The syntax is start date, end date, and holidays. Exact same, well, similar to workdays and workdays.INTL. Difference is that we're just going between a start and an end date. Now, there's also a network INTL allows customization. So I guess network days.intl should be custom. It should say network days custom. I didn't program this. Suppose you want to calculate the number of work days between January 1st and March 31st. You can hard code it. You can put network days, our start date, 20/23/01. Our end date, 3/31. What's the last component here? Throwing in some kind of holiday. Well, January 1st is a holiday. Looks like 3/17. I think that would be probably a President's Day kind of deal. This is horrible because you don't know what it is. You have no clue. This is why we don't use this particular format. We want to try to make it as simple as possible, but if you're confined to space, you can put this hard-coded, and keep in mind, this has to be in a bracketed format, a curly bracket. The network INTL function, also a built-in function within Excel. And what does it do? It calculates the number of work days between two dates, excluding weekends and specified holidays. The function takes into account different weekends, allowing for customization based on specific business needs. What does that mean? This again is an overview. If we look at INTL, is there much difference between the normal network and this network INTL B9? We'll get to that in a bit. We have a basic layout here, and I'm going to go through these. Here we have network days B5, C5. They're just dates. We have our name range, which is G5 to G16. No, that can't be right. We have to have H5, and that was just a typo. This is just descriptive. All we have to do is identify our dates, which is US holidays. In regards to no holidays, here, taking into account no holiday, because we have a January 15th as a holiday, we have our start date, end date, and it's 16 hours. How do we do that? We just network days, get rid of this. 2, notice the difference between workday and network days. It actually counts the correct days, the project start date. And then you just multiply however many hours or whatever you're working with. Here, we take into account January 15th is, well, look here, is Martin Luther King's Day. For those who are not in the U.S., it's just one of those U.S. holidays. Similar to whatever country you're in, you're going to have holidays that the U.S. people don't understand. And if you're, I don't know, in India, I doubt if I know what holidays you guys have. So you can customize this any way you want and call this India holidays, or if you're in Africa, you can just say Uganda holidays or Ethiopia holidays. Or anyway, you get the point. We have one day, 8 hours. Here, We have network INTL B7, C7, 11 times 8. What does that mean? We have our start date, our end date, and our weekend. We know that in previous examples, or here, we may be able to just go in here. Let's see if this will show us if we go 3, see here, we have this choice. And here, we're just saying our weekend is Sunday only. We work 6 days a week here. Here, if we put in 2, put in 1, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's a traditional weekend. If you put 2, Sunday, Monday, we've gone over this. You can put whatever number you want in here. We used 11. There was a 3 in there. So we have Tuesday. Let's change this. Let's back it up. And let's go to 10 and to 11, to 11, to 11. Let's go to 12, to 12. And you're going to see that it's only 8 hours. Okay, our project start date, Monday, Saturdays, no holidays. Well, in this case, it's Sunday only. And so let's back out here, and it says Sunday, it should say Sunday, and no holidays. If we do the same thing here, we're going to say, here we have the INTL. We're working Monday through Saturday, Sundays off. 1,800 hours, February 10th to October 30th. Throw in the holidays and total hours, 1,752. Monday through Friday, exact same thing, no holidays. We don't need to put, our default here is Monday through Sunday, so we don't have to put in our weekends. It automatically defaults, and we have 1,432. If we throw in holidays, 1,384 hours. Okay, over here, this is the exact same layout. This is the formulas here. This all I did was took formula text, and here's the hours. So if you want to look to see what's going on here, this is just an example. And then here's just an overview, if you will, of the layout for INTL. Okay. The network days, keep in mind, network days versus network INTL. Customized versus standard. It takes into account the actual project start date. You can read up what I just talked about. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Thanks for watching.